Welcome to today's class on set theory. Today we are going to discuss relations. So you are familiar with many relations which are used in mathematics and computer science. For example, less than, is parallel to, is a subset of, etc. So in certain sense, these relations consider the existence or non-existence of certain connections between pairs of objects taken in a definite order. So we formally define relation in terms of ordered pairs. In this example also, less than, that actually relates pairs of objects. A is less than B and is parallel to, that also relates to objects. For example, two lines, line L1 is parallel to L2 and is a subset of, A is a subset of B. So all these things connects pairs of objects taken in a definite order. So we can define a relation in terms of ordered pairs. So relations and ordered pairs. So here we are going to discuss what is an ordered pair. Relation will be defined in terms of ordered pairs AB of elements, where A is designated as the first element and B is designated as the second element. Specifically, you consider two ordered pairs AB and CD. AB equal to CD if and only if A equal to C and B equal to D. Now you know the concept of product of sets. Suppose that A and B be two sets. The product set or Cartesian product of A and B, usually written as A cross B, read as A cross B, is the set of all ordered pairs AB such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. So we denote A cross B as set of all ordered pairs of AB such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. And if B is the same set A, then A cross A is usually denoted as A square. So we write A square instead of writing A cross A. Now we define a relation. Let A and B be two sets. A binary relation or simply a relation from A to B is a subset of A cross B. So a relation from A to B is actually a subset of A cross B. So this is the definition of the relation. Now we are going to discuss some properties of relations. Suppose that R is a relation from A to B. Then R is set of ordered pairs where each first element comes from A and each second element comes from B. That is, for each pair A in A and B in B, exactly one of the following is true. Either AB belongs to R, we then say that A is R related to B and we write A R B. Or AB does not belongs to R, we say that A is not R related to B. We write A not R B. Now we define domain and range of a relation. So suppose that R is a relation from A to B. The set of all first elements of the ordered pairs which belongs to R is called the domain. So the domain of a relation R from A to B is the set of all first elements of the ordered pairs which belongs to R, and so it is a subset of A. The range of R is the set of all second elements, and so it is a subset of B. So if R is a relation from A to B, then the domain of R is a subset of A and the range of R is a subset of B. Now relation on a set A. Sometimes R is a relation from a set A to itself. So a relation from A to itself is called a relation on a set A. Sometimes R is a relation from a set A to itself. That is, R is a subset of A square, that is equal to A cross A. In such a case, we say that R is a relation on A. So if R is a subset of A square, that is equal to A cross A, we say that R is a relation on A. Now you consider this example. Here A is the set 1, 2, 3, B is the set X, Y, Z, and you let R to be the set of ordered pairs 1Y, 1Z, 3Y, then R is a relation from A to B. So first we show that R is a relation from A to B. So here A is the set 1, 2, 3 and B is the set X, Y, Z. Therefore, A cross B is set of ordered pairs 1x, 1y, 1z, 2x, 2y, 2z, and 3x, 3y, 3z. So this is A cross B, and we have R is the set 1y, 1z, 3y. Therefore, from these two, we can see that R is contained in A cross B. Therefore, R is a relation from A to B. Now we can find the domain and range. We have domain of R is set 1, 3. So it is the set of all first entries in these ordered pairs 1, 3. And a range of R is the set Y set. So you have R is a relation from A to B, and domain of R is the set 1, 3, and the range of R is the set Y set. Now we can write another example. First we define what is meant by is adjacent to. Suppose we say that two countries are adjacent if they have some part of their boundaries in common. Then is adjacent to is a relation R on the set of countries of the earth. Thus, you can see that India, Nepal, ordered pair India, Nepal belongs to R because they share some boundary. But ordered pair India, Japan does not belong to R because they are not neighboring countries. Now you have another example. Set inclusion is a relation on the collection of sets. You know that for a given pair of sets A and B, either A is contained in B or A is not contained in B. So you can see that set inclusion is a relation on the collection of sets. And you consider the set of all integers Z, then M divides N is a relation on a set of integers. So we write M divides N in this way when M divides N. You know that 6 divides 30, but 7 does not divide 25. So 6 is related to 30. So you can see that 6 is related to 30, or 6, 30 belongs to R, where R is a subset of set cross set. So R is a relation on the set of all integers, where the relation is M divides N. So 6 divides 30. But ordered pair 7, 25 does not belongs to R. Now you consider the set of lines L in the plane, then you know that perpendicularity is a relation on L. That is, any given pair of lines A and B, either A is perpendicular to B or A is not perpendicular to B. Remember, this is for the set of lines in the plane. So you consider two lines in the plane. So here these two lines are not perpendicular. So A is not perpendicular to B. So if you take this as the first line A as A and this is the second line B, then you can say that A is not related to B under this relation, perpendicularity. But if you take two perpendicular lines, if you take this as the line A and if you take this as the line B, then you can see that A is perpendicular to B. So in this case, ordered pair AB belongs to R. Similarly, is parallel to is a relation because if you take any two lines in plane, either they are parallel or they are non-parallel. So being parallel is a relation. So if you take these two lines, They are not parallel, so A is not related to B if relation is parallelism. And if you consider these two lines, then also A is not related to B under parallelism. But if you consider two lines like this, A and B, then A is related to B. Now we write certain type of relations. First one is the universal relation. Let A be any set. And you know that A cross A is a subset of A cross A. So A cross A is a relation on A. You know, a relation on A is a subset of A cross A. So we have a relation on A is a subset of A cross A. And we have A cross A is a subset of A cross A. This you know. A cross A is a subset of A cross A. Therefore, A cross A is a relation. Is a relation on A. This relation A cross A is called the universal relation. Now we state what is meant by empty relation. So let A be any set, and you know that phi is a subset of A cross A. Therefore, phi is a relation on A. And this relation phi is called the empty relation. So it is a relation on A. Now equality relation. The relation set of all ordered pairs AA such that A belongs to A is a relation on the set A. You know that A belongs to A cross A. Therefore, the set of all AA such that A belongs to A is contained in A cross A. So this is a relation on A. It is called the equality relation on A. And it is usually denoted by equal to or delta suffix A or simply delta. And it is also called the identity relation or the diagonal relation on A. So the identity relation on A is set of all AA such that A belongs to A, and the diagonal relation, it is also set of all AA such that A belongs to A. So you have equality relation is also called identity relation or diagonal relation. It is the set of all AA such that A belongs to A. Now inverse relation. Let R be a relation from a set A to B. R is a subset of A cross B. The inverse of R, denoted by R inverse, is the relation from B to A, which consists of those ordered pairs when reversed belongs to R. So this is very important. R inverse is set of all BA such that AB belongs to R. This is very important. R inverse is set of all ordered pairs BA such that AB belongs to R. If A is related to B, then the ordered pair BA is an element in R inverse. So if R is any relation from a set A to B, the inverse of R, it is denoted by R inverse, is the relation from B to A, which consists of those ordered pairs which when reversed belongs to R. That is, R inverse is equal to set of all BA such that AB belongs to R. Now we discuss an example of an inverse relation. If R is the set of ordered pairs 1y, 1z, 3y, then R inverse given by the set of ordered pairs y1, z1, y3 is the inverse of R. Is the inverse of R. So we prove this. So by definition of R inverse, we have R inverse is the set of all BA such that AB belongs to R. So you consider elements of R. So we have R equal to So 1y, 1z, 3y. Therefore, set of all BA such that AB belongs to R is, so you have 1y is in R, so y1 is an element here. So y1, and you know 1z is an element in R, so z1 will be an element here, and 3y is an element here in R, so y3 will be an element in R inverse. Therefore, R inverse is the set of ordered pairs y1, z1, y3. Therefore, R inverse given by y1, z1, y3 is the inverse of R. Now you consider the domain of R. So we have R is 1y, 1z, 3y. Therefore, domain of R is one, 3, and range of R is yz. Again, from R inverse, we can see that domain of R inverse is y, z, and range of R inverse is 1, 3. Therefore, you can observe that domain of R is a range of R inverse, and a range of R is domain of R inverse. So this is one observation in relation with R and R inverse. So these are the properties of inverse relation. If R is any relation, then R inverse is R. Also, the domain of R inverse is the range of R and vice versa. Moreover, if R is a relation on A, then R inverse is also a relation on A. That's all for today. We'll discuss some problems on relations in next class. Have a nice day.